Boxing Wales and IFL TV with Craig the Kid Kennedy. Craig, finally your rematch with WADI Camacho in 4 days' time this Friday. Are you relieved just to get all the talking out of the way now and actually get down to business?
I can't wait. It's finally here. All the hard work's done. It's just a fight now to execute the plan on the night. There's been a lot of controversy, so I just can't wait to put it all to bed once and for all. Shut up the critics and prove that I'm a better fighter.
Since the fight was called off, second round disqualification, an alleged bite, you've been convinced that he did bite you, and he's been convinced that he didn't.
Yeah.
With those two varying, opinions, do you think you'll ever end up agreeing on it?
No. We'd be better off just to agree to disagree as it goes for the first fight, and may the best man win now on March 13th. He's quite clearly sticking to his statement. He was a bit unsure of what happened at first, but now he's quite adamant at the fact that he dug his chin into me. I'm gonna stick to my guns. We all know what happened, but at the same time, it's not about what I thought happened or what about he thought happened. It's about what the ref's seen. The referee's the one that stopped the fight, so the rest is history.
WADI had his hearing with the Board of Control, and I understand that you actually asked him at that hearing not to be banned.
Yeah, I did. I just basically stated the facts, then went on to say be as lenient as possible. I don't think that is in his nature, and at the end of the day, I don't know him personally, but he's never done it before. He hasn't got a history of it, so I don't think he'd do it in the near future. He got mouths to feed, so I could have went in there, blared in my stand, and just not basically backing down on what I'm saying. But I just thought, just go in there, play it, be as subtle as possible, and maybe we might get a rematch, which the fight fans were robbed of.
In fairness to you, you've asked for the I spoke to you minutes after the fight ended. You asked for the rematch then, so
yeah.
And credit to WADI for coming to Wales again. Well, it's not going to be very friendly for him, is it?
No, it's going to be even more hostile this time. It wasn't too good the first time, but this time I can imagine there's a lot of unhappy people with him. But again, like I said, he was left with no choice. He was in all boxing fans, English boxing fans also. They've left him with no other road than to go through me to prove. He got a lot to step up to, and at the end of the day, the only path that he had was to finish, and as the show says, unfinished business. We got a lot of business to finish up. So the only route he had was to take the repeat fight with me. We got the rematch now. We both have made it clear what we thought, our thoughts and feelings of the first fight. So let's just put that behind us, and let's give the fight fans a good fight now next Friday.
Going back to the first fight, Craig, just lastly, WADI's had a lot of fast starts in his career, a couple of early stoppages too. Well, but you seem to get off quite quick yourself. Did it surprise you how quickly you got settled into the fight?
Well, we've been obviously doing that in the gym. We know he's a quick starter and a poor finisher, so we based our training on starting and meeting him. But again, I was in third gear, literally going through the motions, sticking to the game plan that my trainer Steve would give me, which was to just stay behind the jab, mark him up. We know he marks up, and I think I was doing that to a T. I didn't get a chance to express myself and sit and start putting the combinations together, which everyone sees me do in the gym. So this time around now, I'm expecting a similar start, and once third or fourth round we start slowing him down, we'll start sitting on the shots, start putting the combinations together, and it makes for an exciting fight.
Going into this fight, Craig, WADI has had a lot more notice than he had for the first fight. You've had notice for a slightly bigger southpaw as well, which last time you were expecting to fight a smaller orthodox fighter for so many weeks. How do you think you two will be better or be different on the night?
Well, I think WADI will come a lot more prepared physically, so mentally he'll probably be believing in himself a bit more. He's had a long time now to have a good sit down and think of what he wants. He just overlooked me. That just showed at the weigh-in, the shape he come in. But now I think he would have prepared better, and with everything that have happened, he's got a lot to prove, not just to the fight fans, to himself. he knows what he done. And as a fighter, as a person, he's probably feels like he's let himself down. And the only way to make amends would be to come back and to shut me up and to knock me out. So I can imagine that he's prepared well.
This is over 8 rounds. WADI's got championship level experience or distance experience, and you've been asking for that. Is it a hindrance to being over 8 rounds, or who does that suit in the fight?
I only just found out literally last night that it's over 8 rounds. I was my whole camp have been based on a 10-round fight. I was led to believe that we was in a 10-round fight, and for whatever reason, his team once again didn't want to take it over 10 rounds. Again, like I said, he falls apart in the last stretch always. Any loss he's ever had, if you watch back, he's doing well for the first 6 to 8 rounds, and then he falls apart in the back stretch. But I was a bit shocked that last time, the start I had, because I expected to be in a 50-50 fight for the first half of the fight, and then pull ahead in the later rounds. But as you've seen, I had him in all sorts of difficulties from the beginning, and no doubt, to be honest with you, with more time to prepare, he might be a bit more conditioned, but he's going to be just a fit of a WADI, a fit version of the last WADI we've seen, to be honest.
Reception-wise, Craig, it's well known that you've got one of the best followings of any boxer in Wales. How has it been for going into this fight? Because we very rarely get such big storylines on the small hole circuit.
Yeah, people are really excited for it. My Twitter, Facebook, all the social media, it's blowing up. I've had a great deal of help from my close family and friends. They have been taking a lot of pressure off me, so they've been dealing with the tickets, which is a great help, as you know. So I haven't actually been meeting the fans face to face. I disappeared. I went up to Blackpool for 2 weeks training up there, and that went really well. So I've tried to stay out of all the glitz and glamour of it, all the spectacle of the fight. But I do get to see it, because I have a nosy on Twitter, and I like to see the bands there. But people are really drawn into this for whatever reason. There's a lot of controversy, and people are just like intrigued to see what the final outcome was actually gonna be. Because he's saying one thing, I'm saying another. Only one of us can be right, and we'll prove it now next Friday what was going to happen on the first fight. Speaking
as the bill as a whole, Craig, it is a great bill to be topping. I know in the past you've been headlining shows, and it seems like that you've been depended upon to sell the show in your first couple of early fights, and there's a lot of pressure on you with ticket sales and everything. But this one all around, it seems like a great bill to be on.
Yeah, so even putting my fight aside, I believe this show would have sold anyway. I'm just an added bonus, but with Jerome Samuels fighting Barry Jones, and you got Borges fighting
Chris
Weir, the rematch, with what happened in their first fight, it makes for an exciting show. So for the paying customers, it's a very, very good show. The Sanagas have really pulled off a good show this time, and it's going to be an exciting night.
We're 4 days now before the fight. You'll probably have a light training session today, but what have you got left to do now before fight night?
My weight's good, my fitness is good. A few little niggles, just let them heal up now, so it's nothing that's going to stop me. I'm in great supreme shape. I've been ready for the last 2-3 weeks, so it's just been waiting now as a waiting game. So the next couple of days, I'm sure Steve will just do a few circuits with me. Everything will be short and sharp, and just to maintain and just keep me where I am, and don't just, if you peak too soon, sometimes you can overdo it, and once you peak, the only way then is back down. So he's trying to keep me back.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time today. Yeah. See you on Thursday for the weigh-in and Friday for the fight, and all the best to you and WADI, Craig.
Thank you.